All right, now I'm going to cover the rule book for Birthright. This is the real heart of the thing. So, it's an ordinary world, and you could run it that way. Some few things that are different about it is there are 5 subclasses of humans. They not just generic humans. There's like 5 different variants of humans. The racial level limits are different for this version. In most versions, these are unlimited for all non-humans, but here they're only unlimited for halflings and humans. And, so there's dwarves, elves, half-elves, halflings, and humans. And there's 5 different kinds of humans. As far as classes, there's fighters, there's paladins, there's rangers, priests, and wizards are a bit different because there are 3 kinds of magic. There is so there's true magic and there's lesser magic. And lesser magic users are called magicians. And magicians, also there's realm magic, forgot about that. So, magicians are a specialist in both illusion and divination. So, but they can't do realm magic like true wizards can. True wizards, you have to have a certain bloodline. So thieves still exist, and bards. No psionics in this world, though. And there's some new proficiencies. Administration, diplomacy, intrigue, law, leadership, siegecraft, and strategy. So it describes those. And there are various languages. There's more than one human language. There. And equipment. Equipment varies according to what race you are. They don't have the same equipment throughout the whole game world. It varies from place to place. So. And there are some new equipment too, like claymores. Crossbows are a little different. New weapons, armor. There's full plate mail if you're a member of a particular race. There's improved mail for other races. Breastplates only. Okay, so now we get to bloodline. So as I said in an earlier thing, one of the things different about this world is there was a big cataclysm with gods and men, and the power of the gods went into the men who were present at the time, and they were able to hand it down to their children. So one of the things you do when you're creating a character is you roll their bloodline. You roll a D100 to tell you how strong it is, and then you roll for a score, a number. And then you roll to see where does your bloodline come from. And because of your bloodline, you have blood abilities. Depending on how strong you are, you have more power. The stronger your bloodline, the more powerful the abilities you have. There's a whole list of blood abilities here, which you roll randomly to see what they are. And if you roll an ability that you don't have enough power to have, then you just don't have, you can't use it until you become more powerful. So it describes these different abilities. Like lesser ones are like, You know, the minor ones are things like detect lie. Major one would be like character reading. And the great ones are things like shadow form and touch of decay. So, goes into these abilities a bit. And bloodline regency. So, when you have a child, the child gets a bloodline strength that's kind of an average between the two parents. However, if you have improved your bloodline strength considerably by going on quests and performing great deeds, you can hand down your power to your child. Also, you could steal somebody's power by killing them. But you have to have a certain amount of power for that to work. So it's sort of like Highlander in a way. Now, the thing that makes this different from any other game world is running the domains. They have different kind of domains. So, one kind of domain is holdings. That's, you are the ruler of a province. Yeah, for example, so you might rule one or all of these provinces within Rosun. And the first number is got two numbers there with a slash between them. The first number is how strong that is. Describes, so it goes into the domain turn, what you can do. When you run your domain, one turn of the domain takes a month's time. And a month in which these various actions could happen. So you could spend a month adventuring, or you could spend a month running your domain. So there are different kinds of domains. First of all, there's rulership of the land. Any character can do that. Then there are law guild holdings. That's like a thieves guild or something like that. So thieves, rangers, and to some extent bards can use those abilities better than other characters. Law holdings, warriors, priests, and thieves are better at using than other classes. Source holdings, there's the second number. If you look here, say it's two numbers. The number after the slash is how much of a source holding you have. The more civilized the land is, the weaker the source holding. The less civilized, the stronger it is. And you can use this source holding for a special kind of magic that only wizards can do, so they want to keep things lawless and uncivilized. Temple holdings, that's a temple on the land, and priests and paladins gain from that more than other classes. Province is you rule the land, and thieves can make trade routes between their guilds, which improve the amount of gold they get. The money used on the domain scale is gold bars, which are worth 100 gold pieces. You don't deal in piddling gold pieces when you're running a kingdom. So this tells you the maintenance cost depending on how much you control. And it's like a master list of actions. It's almost like a war game, really. Types of actions, more detail. Yeah, so I really like this idea of domains and having the rulers contend against each other, but I hate the game world. that goes with it. So, lots about how to run this. Working with cards. It's also a card game to some extent. It shows you how there's a board to play the card game with. And here's some more detail about with the different gods of this world. And it goes a bit into realm spells. Clerics and wizards can cast realm spells, but wizards are better at this. And realm spells do things like make a legion of undead, or a death plague, or mass destruction, things like that. And there are a few priest realm spells, like bless the land, bless the army, things like that. Okay, the monsters. What are the monsters in this world? There's dragons, giants, gnolls, goblins, orogs, which are sort of like orcs. And then there's the shadow world, which is like an alternate dimension that touches this one. And here's a list of monsters that would be okay for this world. It's a bit about playing a campaign in this world. And designing a domain, if you can make a new one. So that is the rule book, which is the real heart of this game.